Greetings, adventurers. I'm just going to be showing a quick hotfix I'm releasing for my Foundry world that's going to be playing Daggerheart. Anyway, thanks to K2, big shout out to my player K2 for updating the player characters. These pregens, all of them have default bars thanks to the bar brawl module. You can see I set up so that it's going to be hope, stress, armor, and HP. You can just mouse over them and see them without opening the character sheet. I have updated the duality dice macro. You go in, you've got basically three options. You can click trait roll, and it's going to work whether you have somebody selected or not. You can put in your custom modifier. Let's say he's going to get a +1 bonus because he put the work in. Going to use they don't see me coming, and make an instinct, an agility roll to sneak up on somebody with advantage because somebody else is spending the hope to help him. Agility roll, dice, good roll. And there we go, roll with hope using agility. If he targets somebody, then there's going to be a second option. You can use any of these for the same thing. Same basic idea, be disadvantage this time. And so that +2 was from his asset, the experience, and 1 was the modifier we put in. They're going to put a -1 modifier, disadvantage, and let's say he also strikes a deal. Spend the hope to use this experience, trying to, not agility, trying to convince Garrick of something with disadvantage. There you go. As opposed to being the 3 it used to be. Critical success with presence despite the -1. So, good for you, Barnacle. Your third option is that all of the items have the same thing. So he's going to use his dagger, animation, choose any of these, and he's sneaking up on Garrick to betray him, which gives him advantage. He spent the stress to be hidden. And there you go. Additional modifications, as requested. I have updated the GM-only macros. Right now, you can't just drag these into the hotkey bar without making this new display dagger macro, which is going to put this up. You can click item macro from here, execute macro. That's pretty chunky. It works, but it's not what you're really looking for. So I'm going to delete this. It's not going to come with these macros automatically in there. I have the bulk macro creator. Click that, and here is all the item, or at least most of the item UUIDs. Click that, and there it's going to put most of them into the huge gear macro folder. And now we can grab the dagger, drag it in, and now the dagger macro is hotkeyable. I did it this way because maybe you don't need them, maybe you only need a couple of them. So you can have as many UUIDs as you need. And so you can copy the bulk macro creator, put only the UUIDs from the items you want, and then you can put them all up. If you find that you don't need any of them, you can just delete the huge gear macro folder. Edit folder, gonna copy this, going to delete the folder, and then I'll make a new folder with the same name because that's where I want to go. And that's it. That's how you work it. Additionally, I now have the freeform sheet trait adjuster. It's going to work by adjusting more factors. I don't want to actually adjust any of his, so I'm just going to put zeros in. Freeform sheet trait adjuster. Execute. It's going to have all the traits, including stress max, armor slots, and HP max. It will adjust the number as well as the resource. Just note that for these different roles, use the dagger. These experiences, they need to be in the character sheet, not merely in the description. The description is nice to have so it's easy to reference, but they need to be in the attribute section for experience right there. So keep that in mind. The pregen characters don't really come with background or connections. They do have a single question that can be put in later on, but these are put in for the rogue, which I think is pretty interesting. That gives you a little more than they put you in. You can refer to the quick start adventure for the specific one that these characters all have to get you into the adventure more quickly. And that's the long and short of it. One special one I do want to mention. Let's say that Marlowe is borrowing a book from somebody. I know that she doesn't normally get the codex domain. So we're going to go to codex. I believe it's a book of Iliad. No, it's the book of Typhar with the mage hand. Execute the mage hand. To roll the knowledge, the mage hand is a summon. It's going to summon that mage hand which the character can be moving around for them. So that's how some things are going to work. This is in there to work, and that way anybody can summon the mage hand if they have the right codex. And that's also useful for any abilities which are going to be summoning. That's how you're going to be doing it as a macro. Forgot to show that off. And that's it. Thanks for coming. I've been pretty busy lately, partially with this, partially with real life. Other things going on. I'll be making sure to update you with that as they progress. It's all good news for the most part. And thank you for your time.